Hello guys, I am Jordan from Skateboarding, and today I am going to be teaching you, yes you, how to ollie. Now this is a trick that plagued me for it took me 6-ish months to learn how to ollie. So if you are having trouble with that, then this video is for you. Now I'm going to say right out the gate, I do not have perfect ollies. So if you are looking for Nigel Houston ollie, don't come here. See, I did a tutorial because I thought that we'd be able, I knew what problems I had because I learned it 3 months ago. So I could still remember the problems I had and still accurately show you what's wrong. So that's what we're doing today. Don't forget, if you like this video, drop a like, subscribe if you've not already. Now let's get right into the video. So this is my foot positioning for the traditional ollie. As you can see, my front foot is just behind the front bolts, and my back foot is right on the tail, somewhat slanted. I do that to get more pop, but other people kind of just put theirs straight. But I get more pop if I kind of do this because I have more leverage pushing down. So that's the foot positioning for the ollie. And foot positioning differs between persons, so if you tweak yours a little bit, that's perfectly normal. Just find what works for you. Also, if you can hear the wind in the background, I apologize. It is a very windy day today, but I needed to get this video out because quarantine is a great time to learn how to skateboard. So yeah. So some practice steps you can do for the ollie is, so the main motions for the ollie is the hop, which is where you just slam your tail on the ground, just like that. And then, see, usually what most tutorials tell you is hop, slide, jump, right? Which is not very specific at all. When I heard that, they don't really tell you. You gotta have a really good timing to get a good ollie. So whenever you pop, what your front foot does is your front foot slides up, and you're gonna want to practice this sliding motion. My dog's barking. It's going great. You're gonna practice this sliding motion, and basically what you do is you turn your ankle like this. At first this is gonna feel weird, but eventually you'll get used to it, and then you slide up. So you're just gonna want to keep practicing that until you build up muscle memory in your ankle, and you don't really have to think whenever you're doing an ollie. Now this is gonna wear holes in your shoes. Like you can see, mine are pretty beat up. And it should leave little white marks on your grip tape from where you're sliding. So if you see that, you're doing it right. And what a lot of people leave out when they're doing ollie tutorials is that you just don't need to slide up. You need to slide up and push forward with your leg. Because the thing is, when you push forward, that's what actually levels out your ollie. So let me show you an ollie without pushing forward and one with pushing forward. Right? That's one just sliding up. And then this is one pushing forward. You see the difference? See, that one was higher, more leveled out. That's all because of that push forward. And that's what I was missing. Pop and just slide up, and I'd have really rocketed small ollies. So that's what I was missing. Also, a lot of people forget to bend their knees before they pop, which is another one of my problems that I had. So you gotta bend your knees, then pop. So you get higher pop and everything whenever you bend your knees. Also, an ollie without bending your knees looks like this. And it's just not what you want. Also, whenever you pop, you want to jump off like that. You want to jump off your back foot. So you can do that by just practicing just popping and jumping forward. It doesn't really matter what your board does. It just matters that you get that motion. And I really hope you guys can hear me because it is really windy out here. So yeah. Now I will go ahead and tell you that I don't have the best ollies in the world or anything, but I am like closer to a beginner than most people, so I understand like where you're coming from and what issues you might be having. So yeah, I'm gonna do a couple ollies just so you can see them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. That one was bad. Also, whenever you're doing the ollie, you want to make sure that when you pop and slide up, your back foot is coming up and bending, or coming off to the side and getting out of the way. Because if you don't do that, whenever you pop and slide up, one, your ollies aren't going to be leveled out and they're not going to get very high, because that back foot will always stop the tail and it'll just land. I used to have that problem really bad. So, but basically you just gotta, whenever you pop, I'm gonna exaggerate it a little bit, but I'm gonna do an ollie without like as soon as I pop, my foot's gonna come up. You see what I mean? Also, if you want to have even weight distribution, because whenever you pop an ollie, if you're leaning too far back, they'll stay rocketed. And if you're leaning too far forward, and you do an ollie, and you land on the nose, you could slip out. Same thing with if you land ollie and you're landing too far back, you could slip out or something, or land into a manual. It just kind of depends. So you kind of want to have your weight. What I do is I kind of find a spot to put my weight. For me, it's like in front of my board, the right hand side, like kind of the left side of the pocket for the nose, and I kind of just, that's a big deal for me, is like where you put your weight when you do an ollie. So a practice step that you can do to learn how to ollie, or to practice the ollie motion, is to ollie and then land one foot, your front foot, just to get that slide and push forward motion. But just remember, just to recap, make sure you're bending your knees when you pop. Make sure when you slide your foot up, you're also you're sliding up and pushing forward. Like you're gonna slide up, push forward. Okay? And then also, whenever you do it, you're gonna wanna, once you pop, your foot's gonna wanna come up so that you have room to slide. So yeah, because if your back foot does not come up, it's gonna stop the board from going higher and leveling out. For doing the ollie right, you will have like white streaks on your board, and you will start to form a hole, or at least some wear on your shoe around here. Kick flips right here for me, by the way, and everyone kind of has a different ollie spot, so that's very important, but you want it to be on the side of your foot. So again, foot positioning is kind of specific to you. It just depends. The farther you put your foot back, the higher they will go, but the less control you'll have. So I put my foot pretty high up, like just below the front bolts. Once you learn how to ollie, it's really whenever it kicks off your passion for it. You could be passionate about skateboarding as a beginner now, but once you really get a pretty good ollie, you're going to be like really proud of yourself. You're going to want to keep skating. So don't quit before you learn the ollie, because that what jumpstarts my excitement. Because after that, there's kick flips, heel flips, varial flips, tray flips, nightmare flips. There's about a flip for anything you want. You want like a freestyle looking flip, there's a Casper flip. And if you're having trouble with this trick, don't burn yourself out. Take a break, go learn some other tricks. That's actually why I learned freestyle tricks, which those are really fun. simple, pretty easy, at least the basic ones I know. I'm not talking about like the rail flips. They're impossible for me. But yeah. So if your ollies aren't like, you know, Nigel Houston's first try, or they're not super high, like if you're not a pro skate, like if your ollies couldn't get you on Thrasher magazine, don't feel bad, okay? Mine can't either. But one of the reasons why I did this tutorial was because I feel like I could relate to beginners learning how to ollie, because my ollies aren't that great, but I understand how they work. So yeah, I'm gonna get some slow motion clips of ollies for you guys, so that you guys can really just watch them and just watch what I'm doing. Also, another weird thing that I do is instead of bending my back foot straight up, I kind of put it off to the side, which looks really weird. Some people do that with tray flips, like they tray flip, you know, and just have like their back foot. Oh, it's horrible attempt to tray flip, and their back foot just kind of comes out. But I do that with ollies. Looks really funky sometimes, but that's what works for me, you know. So yeah. You know, it's all about what works for you. So yeah. Also, whenever you do an ollie, you want to keep your shoulders straight. You don't want to move your shoulders, because if your body moves, your shoulders move, your board will move too. So you kind of want to, whenever you bend down to pop and everything, you want to keep your shoulders completely straight. And yeah. Also, the ollie is a foundation trick, because technically, I guess it's possible for you to learn how to kick flip before you do an ollie, but it's like I've never heard of anyone do it before. So yeah, because you need to understand the fundamentals of popping and leveling out your board. So yeah. Also, once you learn an ollie standing still, it is not that hard to learn it while moving. Because all you have to do, if you have your weight centered and over the board, you'll be fine. Doing it while moving, this is basically like the foundation to every skate trick. Because you see, most people get into skating because they want to learn how to kickflip. And in order to kickflip, you have to be able to know how to ollie. You know, you have to be able to hop, slide your foot out, and then catch it, which I'm actually still working on the kickflip. So yeah, that's another tip I forgot to talk about in the video. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, if you're having any trouble with the ollie that I'm not, if you're having a problem, if you want to leave a comment down below. Also, I just created a Discord server for all types of skateboarders. If you want to skateboard but you haven't got your board yet, or you're a beginner, you only know how to push, that's okay. If you're having trouble with your ollie, feel free to come down there. Or if you're more advanced, you can kickflip, all that kind of stuff, feel free to come down there. Also, my Instagram's in the description, and my Twitter, and my Facebook. Also, I made a video called How I'm Surviving Quarantine Vlog number 5. If that video gets 20 likes, I'm doing a part 2. So if you haven't already, make sure you go like that. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like. If you have not already subscribed, it mean the world to me if you could subscribe. So thank you. Peace out. Josh, you ready?
See how